Bishop Carroll Family Stadium for another night of Grizzly Soccer. Stay with us. We'll be back in mere moments with a little bit of pregame. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer.
This is the Goal for Goal pregame show with head coach Bobby Brybieska. A review of our last game and a look at today's contest, sponsored by the Goal for Goal soccer camps. And now, here's the coach.
And welcome to Bishop Carroll Family Stadium, where tonight the Grizzlies will take on the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles in an attempt to sweep the season series, having won the game at Northwest a couple of weeks ago by a 2-1 score. This is the Goal for Goal pregame show, and it's going to be very brief. We are starting the varsity game a little earlier than normal. We'll actually be introducing players here in about 6 minutes. So there's no interview with head coach Bobby B here tonight before the game. We'll talk a little bit here about the facilities at Bishop Carroll. They're a little bit different. They returfed their field over the summer, as you can see. And they have alternating colors every 5 yards, similar to Northwest. And it got a chance to walk on it very briefly here before I came up to the press box. It's a very nice turf. They did a great job with their new turf here at Bishop Carroll. Josh, would you pass me that bottle? You're the man. I do want to tell you that the weather tonight, absolutely beautiful. The sun is about to go down. The temperature at game time will be right around 70 degrees. Perfect night for soccer. A slight breeze out of the southwest, but should not affect play much at all here tonight. Tell you what, we're going to take a quick timeout and come back with our starting lineups and all of the pregame pomp and ceremony, so stay with us. This is the Goal for Goal pregame show. Okay, now I want you to go back and hit that one and watch it.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight.
Wichita Northwest Grizzlies soccer is on the air. Welcome to everyone in Grizzly Nation to another webcast of your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies as they take on the best teams in Kansas and pursue a 5A state title. Follow your Grizzlies all season long in battle after battle. Today's webcast is brought to you through the support of the many sponsors of this year's Eric Profit number 19 Memorial Golf Tournament, including the following: Mel Hambledon Ford, we're better, we're proving it, you be the judge. And by Fleeson, Gooing, Colson, and Kitch Attorneys, we believe our clients' best interests and needs are our own. By Emerson Biggins, 808 East Douglas. Come visit Emerson.
No, you're good. Nope, no, you're not. You switched it. Too late. You can't restart it.
In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Strong and faithful God, as we come together for this contest, we ask you to bless these athletes, keep them safe from injury and harm, instill in them respect for each other, and reward them for their perseverance. Bless also the families and friends gathered here with a true sense of community. May we all run the race so as to win and come to the rewards of your kingdom where you live and reign forever and ever. Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception, patroness of the Diocese of Wichita, pray for us. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Okay, we are live at Bishop Carroll, having heard the national anthem and the opening prayer from former athletic director Larry Dostert, who is now their PA announcer here. They're introducing the players. We're going to do the same thing here real quick. We'll start with Northwest. They're the visitors tonight. Chris Cooper, number 2, is in goal, the freshman. Zane Visker, a junior forward, wears number 4 for the Grizzlies. William Gomez, a senior on defense, wears number 6. Captain Andrew Fisher is wearing number 7. He's a junior midfielder. Number 8 is Enrique Quique Morales. He is a junior midfielder. Sam Mueller, a captain on defense, wearing number 9, is a junior. Gerardo Vegas Guevara, a senior forward, number 10. Carson Arndt, a captain, is a junior midfielder, wearing number 14 tonight. Ernesto Ortiz is back after injury at forward. He's a senior, wearing number 15. Caleb Blaine at midfield is a junior, wearing number 18. And those are the starters for the Grizzlies tonight. Starting for the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles, Andy Acosta, a sophomore, is in goal for the Eagles. Aiden Albers is a junior defender wearing number 2. Bergen Lovelace, a sophomore midfielder, wears number 4. Kellen Doherty is a junior midfielder wearing number 5. At forward, a junior Michael Abera Silva wears number 9. And also at forward, a sophomore Sebastian Vizcarra Ochoa wears number 10. Chase Glasscock, a defender, he's a senior, wears number 11 for Bishop Carroll. Tyler Griffin is at midfield. He's wearing number 17. He's a senior. Isaac Eisman is a junior defender wearing number 18. Harry Lee is a freshman defender wearing number 23. He was a thorn in our side at Northwest 2 weeks ago. And finally, a midfielder, a junior, number 24, Solomon Dugan. And those are the starting lineups for both teams here tonight. I want to remind you all, folks, first of all, glad to have you on board. My name is Kevin Arkin. We didn't get that far in the intros before we switched it back to the national anthem. Glad to be with you wherever you are on planet Earth. I also want to welcome our executive producers tonight, Josh Preston and Sanaya Dixon, who are freshmen in Shane Monroe's interactive media class. This production tonight is a student-led production. Both Sanaya and Josh will be handling all of the audio and video production of the game here tonight that you're going to see. And keeping in mind, we do not profess to be ESPN nor NBC, nor do we intend to try. This is a student production. These two are both rookies. They've never done this before or anything like it. And this will be a learning experience, hopefully, for both of them. And hopefully, it'll be something that they will enjoy doing and want to do it again. We want to thank Mr. Monroe for incorporating these webcasts into his class. It provides an excellent opportunity for his students to get hands-on activity, and we're certainly glad to provide it. Northwest will kick off. They're playing from right to left here in the first half. They will be in their road white uniforms with blue trunks, blue numerals. Bishop Carroll in their bumblebee green and yellows. And as the home team will be playing from left to right. And we're underway here at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium. Carson Hart trying to get it to Vegas, unable to do so. One of the problems, I can tell you already, with the uniforms of Bishop Carroll, the people who engineered and designed this one's going to be a goal kick for Carroll, did not do so with video in mind because it is impossible to read the numbers on the backs of their uniforms. And I know that if Larry Dostert was still the athletic director, he never would have tolerated that. I believe these to be new uniforms. I do not recall seeing them. Sam Mueller has it for Northwest. And now we have a foul called. It'll be a free kick for Bishop Carroll on their side of midfield, on the edge of the circle. Nice crowd on hand on a cool night here in Wichita. This one's going to be out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Carroll. Just underway, no score here between the Grizzlies and the Eagles. Carroll setting something up here, going for a chance, and this one is weak, and Chris Cooper will pick it up and have a goalkeeper distribution. This is the only game that Northwest will play this week. Thursday is their bye night. Every team in the City League gets a night off from the Tuesday-Thursday schedule, and Thursday is our bye night. We would have used it for a rain-out makeup, but we haven't had any yet. So the kids get the night off. Our next game is also our next webcast, and it's the big one. We go to Manhattan to take on the Indians next Tuesday, and both games will be webcast live, both JV and varsity, beginning at 4:15 with the JV pregame show with Coach Austin Clifton. I always look forward to making the annual road trip with the Grizzlies. And actually, this is their second road trip. They went to Topeka to take on Washburn Rural a couple of weeks ago, but I was unable to make the trip due to a schedule conflict. No conflict next week, though. Here's one that Sam Mueller's going to give chase. He'll pop it out to the side, and Carroll will maintain control as they send 4 guys down now against the 6-man defense of the Grizzlies. Here's a shot deflected right into the foot, and a great save by Cooper. A nice play, nice volley that time by Bishop Carroll. The final shot was by Ibarra Silva, and Chris Cooper was right there to take that one away. Vegas now passes it to Kike, and Carroll gets it back at midfield. They'll regroup and start it all over again. The players are on the opposite side of the field from the rest of us, so they have plenty of privacy over there. Gomez trying to win it back, and does. Nice job there by William Gomez. He passes it out to the far side. Now Carroll gets it back, and they start back up again with 4 people on the attack. Ibarra Silva has it for Carroll. He dishes it off, and there's a long pass deep into Grizzly territory, but Vegas is going to let it go over the goal line, and it will be the first goal kick of the game for Wichita Northwest. This goal kick brought to you by Mel Hambleton Ford. We're better, we're proving it. You be the judge. Mel Hambleton Ford at the big corner of 119th Street West and Kellogg. Sam Mueller will take the goal kick. Out to center. Caleb Blaine sends it in the direction of Arndt. Arndt can't control it, and Carroll gets it back. Here's Ibarra Silva got behind everybody, and he got so far behind everybody, he's offside, and it will be a free kick for Northwest. A close play, but a good call. Sam Mueller will take the free kick for the Grizzlies. Out to center, nothing there but beehives. And Carroll sends a long one all the way back to Chris Cooper. Cooper dishes it off to Sam at the 20. Back to Gomez. Gomez looking for help, gets it to Sam. Sends it forward to Blaine, now bouncing around on the field. Who's going to get control of it? It will be Sam Mueller. And it goes out of play. It'll belong to Northwest. They'll have a throw-in. To center and all the way across to Andrew Fisher. Andrew sends a long one deep. Intercepted by Carroll. Trenton McMeekin on the floor for the Grizzlies. I thought I was a man short when I was introducing everybody. I only introduced 10 players. I forgot about Trenton McMeekin, only because he's not on my roster. This one's headed out by Carroll. It'll belong to Northwest, and Vegas will throw it in. He throws it in to Sam Mueller at the 30. There's a long one by Sam, but it's going to go all the way back to goalkeeper Andy Acosta, and he will have a goalkeeper distribution. Ethan McMullen was in goal for Carroll when they were at Northwest 2 weeks ago. Switching it off here, and the sophomore Acosta is in tonight. Bishop Carroll is coached by Mike Skaggs and assisted by Dan Berry and Blake Scott. Grizzlies are coached by Bobby Bribieska, and he's assisted by Austin Clifton and by Art Shook. Morales with it on the far side. It goes out of play. It'll stay with Northwest. Nope, stays with Carroll, excuse me. Fisher pops one in the air, and this will go over the goal line. It'll be a corner kick for Carroll. This will be their first corner kick of the night. And it should be on the far side of the field, and it is. Boy, these uniforms are so bad. I can't read the numbers even with binoculars. There's one chipped over the goal line, and it will be a goal kick. We're going to take a quick time out here. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium, or back underway here. Bishop Carroll with the ball near midfield on the near side. And now bringing it into Grizzly territory. This one goes through, and who's going to get it? Cooper has it in his hands. Just inside 30 minutes remaining here in half number one. No score in the contest. And this is one of those multi-purpose fields where the soccer lines are in black, so they're virtually impossible to see with our camera, especially once it starts to get dark. Ernesto goes down, and a whistle is blown and a foul called. It'll be a free kick for the Grizzlies, 30 yards from pay dirt at the football 20. We'll see who's going to take it. I'm willing to bet you it's going to be Carson. This is a direct kick, and Ernesto is standing over the ball now. He backs off. Referees move the players back. And it will be Carson that takes this kick. And here we go. It gets through the wall. There's a chance, but Vegas couldn't get to it. And Acosta picks it up. It'll be a goalkeeper distribution for Bishop Carroll. And a nice punt it is. Back to the 35-yard line. That's a big punt. It's a nice weapon to have, even though he did have the wind with him. Cooper gets it. He'll bring it out, and we'll start it all over again here. Throws it over on the near side to Vegas. 25-30, now out to Carson Art at midfield. Carson Sends a long one across the way, intended for Zane Visker. Carroll got there and intercepted it. McMeekin gets it at center. Gets it up to Blaine. And back it goes. This one going to go out of play. It'll belong to Northwest. Andrew Fisher wasting no time to send that back in. Give and go back to Andrew. Looking for help. Sends it up the far sideline. He had plenty of room over here on the left. Chose not to take it. Bishop Carroll gets it back. And a nice play that time by Morales. Kike hustling hard. McMeekin again has his pocket picked. And Carroll comes 3-on-5. Fisher sends it wide to the far side. Zane Visker is over there. He sends a long one down the side. That's going to roll. I'll bet it's out of play. It is out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Bishop Carroll. 26 and change remaining here. No score. Northwest and Bishop Carroll, a great rivalry that has gone on for years. Carroll trying to get something going. That one deflected off of Ortiz. It'll be a throw-in for Carroll. In it comes. Ortiz with it. Centering one for Blaine. Carroll gets it back. And Andrew Fisher gives chase over there. He's going to let it go out of play. It'll be a throw-in. And he'll take it. In front of the Grizzly bench. Grizzlies trying to get something going and unfortunately can't keep it away from the green shirts. And that one goes out of play. It should be a throw-in for Northwest, and it is. Vegas will throw it in to Kike. Foul call on Carroll. It'll be a free kick for Northwest. We'll see who's going to take it. Looks like Sam's going to take it. Another throw-in coming for Vegas. Now we have a sub coming in for the Grizzlies. We'll see how our executive producer does identifying the culprit. Oh, I needs a number. Jack Fincham comes in for Northwest. He'll spell McMeekin. Fincham up front for some offense. Blaine at center. Sends it to Ortiz. Ortiz can't control it. Carroll gets it back. Crowd very quiet here. Nice crowd on hand. Both schools have a nice draw here. We're sitting behind the Carroll fans. Northwest fans are about two sections over. Lee sends it out to the center, and Visker's there to intercept it, sends it back to Andrew Fisher. to Fincham on the far side. Now here comes Ernesto with it inside the 30. Looking for some help. Gets it up the middle and a foul called. That'll be a free kick as Kike went down. We'll see who's going to take it. Kike is lined up over it. So is Ortiz. So is Carson. One of them's going to take it. And the line's they're going to move the line back. Now the whistle blows. It'll be Ernesto with a shot and a save by Acosta. Good shot that time, but Acosta up there to the task. And he will punt it again. That guy's got a leg. Let me tell you, that one went to the 35 as well. Grizzlies bringing it up on the far side. They're going to call offside on Carson Arndt. And it will be a free kick for Bishop Carroll. 21-20 remaining here in the first half. Beautiful night. The sun has gone down now. And the wind has died down considerably. It's just a beautiful night. We have a whistle and a foul. It'll belong to Northwest at the near midfield. Sam Mueller will get the boot on it here in mere moments. Gets a long one to the far side, headed away by Carroll. And is that going to stay in? It does. And Carroll back at midfield with it. They've got something going. Mueller breaks it up momentarily. Carroll with 4 guys on offense. Now they have 6. And Zane Visker there to take it away. Good job, Zane. Blaine sends it on the far side to Carson. He can't control it. And Bishop Carroll gets it back. Halfway through the first period, no score here at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium between the Eagles. Pardon me, the Eagles and the Grizzlies. Holy cow. Bishop Carroll is making a line change. They're subbing in 5 guys. You get all 5 of those, Sanaya? Sanaya was informed before the game started that she was in charge of identifying all the substitutes. She didn't quite get all 5 of them. Matter of fact, I'm not sure she got any of them. It doesn't matter. We're back underway here, and Fincham has it on the far side. Sam Mueller has been very busy so far tonight. Vegas back to Visker, who was streaking through. Now to Vegas, he centers one, but it's blocked there by the defense of Bishop Carroll. Not sure what we're going to have for you at halftime. I have invited an old friend to come back here for a few minutes at halftime, and I hope he makes it. He wasn't too excited about coming up, but Chris Cooper has it, and he'll pop it out of play. It'll be, I don't think we have a foul called here. Now we're back underway. At the 35, here comes Carroll. There's a long one over everything, and it will be a goal kick. Let's take a quick time out here for 30 seconds, and then we'll be back with more. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a number 1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Back with you at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium. Kike Morales had it deep in Carroll territory. It goes out of play. It will stay with Northwest. Caleb Blaine will throw it in. And he gets it in over the head of Kike. Gets it back on his own foot. And Ortiz fouled as he tried to turn around with the ball. And he'll get a free kick now at the 15 on the football field. Well, they mark it at the 18. In any case, I don't know how players can cheat up on a football field. There's no way they can't count 10 yards off. Carson. Here's a header try and goes wide to the right. It will be... Oh, they called it offside anyway. So it'll be a free kick for Bishop Carroll on the offside, so the goal wouldn't have counted, so I don't feel nearly so bad. Out to midfield. And this one goes back. Bishop Carroll controls. You got to do something to get it past this defense. Vegas. He goes down, no call. Out of play it goes. It will belong to the Eagles. I take it back. It belongs to us. Caleb Blaine will do the honors. And he throws it in. Back on the foot of Blaine. Now it's cleared out by Carroll. Out of play, it will be another throw in for Northwest. They're going to throw it in at the 20. Vegas will do it. Gets it to Sam. Back to Vegas, and Sam has it again now. Tried to punch one in there for Ernesto, but it was blocked. Gomez, nice job to intercept that long pass. And he'll send it right back, but too far. And it will be a throw-in for Bishop Carroll. 15 minutes to go here in half numero uno. No score. In a well-played game by both teams here to this point. The last time they played at Northwest, Grizzlies won 2-1 in a game that was shortened by lightning and rain. They only got to play 47 minutes. There's a shot and a score. They stop the clock. Oh, that was quick. Somehow he got behind everybody. Well, they didn't count the goal. No goal. So now, Miss Executive Producer, little instruction coming here. You see where your clock is like 5 seconds different? Not a problem. Okay? It's okay. It does not have to be exact. If you were off by 30, you'd stop it, reset it, let it catch up, and go. Hope you enjoy the pictures and sound that our executive producers are providing here for you tonight. Josh Preston and Sanaya Dixon doing a wonderful job. They're doing such a good job, I'm tempted not to switch them at halftime. Or to give them the choice. We'll see what happens. We have substitutions coming in. There's a sub coming in for Northwest. And I'm willing to bet you 21. That's Tony Ortiz. I just recognize his stature. He is not in yet. He'll come in on the next sub. I thought he was coming in this time, but he evidently wasn't ready. So he'll come in the next time there's a guaranteed sub. Carson Arndt on the near side, going deep. Gets around one man, then loses it. Vegas with it now at the 30. Sends it back to Carson at the 15, the 10. He's going to need to center it. He's way deep. Can he get one centered? Oh, he takes the shot himself. It's good save by Acosta. Comes back out here to the 35. Sam Mueller with it. Sam sending it in deep to Carson, but it's intercepted. Didn't have a lot of mustard on it. Now, here's a foot race, and the ball's going to win the race. It goes all the way back to Chris Cooper, and Chris will have a goalkeeper distribution. And Cooper gets it again. And we'll give it to Vegas on the near side here, where he was pretty much unmolested for a moment. Kike with it now to Blaine, to Carson. Carson looking to dish it off. Sends it across to Andrew Fisher. Captain to captain. This one goes out of play. It will belong to Northwest as soon as they recover the ball. And back underway. Andrew Fisher sends it forward to Carson Arndt. Couldn't control it. Tried to turn around, didn't have the ball with him. Andrew gets it again. Bounces off a bumblebee over here to Vegas. Vegas sends one in. Who's going to win that one? Oh, it just got to Acosta too soon. Because it looked like Carson Arndt had a beat on it. In the air. This one's short. Still lands at midfield. Nice punt. And we have a man down here for... Okay, you stop the clock here because he's given a card. We have a man down. A card has been issued. Can you see who's going off for Carroll? 5. Kellen Doherty gets the yellow on the foul. Kike went down. It was Kike that went down. He went down hard. Be a free kick for the Grizzlies, and you start the clock as soon as they kick the ball. Players go down in a heap. You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that was Klaus Kohlmeier out there in the center. The retired official. He's older than I am. And that's pretty old. You know what? I'm going to find out. Enjoy the game for a minute here, folks. I'll be right back. Larry. Is that Klaus in the center? I thought he retired. Really? Well, indeed it is Klaus Kohlmeier in the center of the field, the venerable one. My knowledge of him being retired was premature. Grizzlies with it. Fisher has it. He's trying to get one forward, but there's nobody there except green shirts. Fisher with it again. Nice trap. This time it goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Bishop Carroll. 9 minutes and counting here in the first half. No score. Carroll had a goal called back on an offside. Grizzly defense has been pretty good of late. In the Heights contest, which you hopefully saw, 2 defensive mistakes each led to a goal, and that was the difference in the game as Grizzlies came up short 4-2. Carson Arndt had both goals in that game. Fisker with it to Kike, who was double teamed, but he still managed to get it to Sam. And now here's a breakaway. Don't pick it up, Chris. There we go. That's going to go out of play. It'll be a throw in for the Eagles. In it comes. And it goes out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Northwest. This goal kick brought to you by Hoydale Company Incorporated. The Hoydale team might not be great at soccer, but they've been in business for over 70 years. They can fix your gas pumps, your lifts, compressors, or any other industrial equipment. For gas station equipment sales or service, come by and see them at the corner of Harry and McComas, or call 942-1361, and they want to say tanks for everything. Kike with it, back to Sam. Chipped forward, headed back by Sam. Carson Arndt will have a free kick here. I'm sorry. Bishop Carroll will have the free kick. What am I thinking of? And it goes over the top of everything for a goal kick. This Grizzly goal kick brought to you by Wheat State Insurance, 228 North Baltimore in Derby. Independent agents who can shop the marketplace for your specific needs. Wheat State Insurance. And Sam's going to switch it over to the other side before he takes the free kick. And sends it to Andrew Fisher on the far side of the field. Back to Sam it goes. No, he's going to send it back to Cooper. I don't know what's going on there. They must be redoing the play or something because Cooper could not have picked that up otherwise. Here's Carroll with a chance. They bring it up. Here's a long blast over everything. That'll be a 3-point field goal if you're in football, the American football, that is. But as it is, it's just another goal kick. Brought to you by Quantum Wealth Advisors, 8100 East 22nd Street North on the east side of Wichita, Suite 100-3. Quantum Wealth Advisors. In the air it comes from Sam. And headed out of play by Kike. It'll be a throw in for Bishop Carroll. Here's a through ball, and he was onside. Chris Cooper comes out and cuts it off. Great play by the sophomore goalkeeper that time for the Grizzlies. And he keeps it scoreless. 4 minutes to go till halftime. And quite honestly, in the second quarter, if you will, the Grizzlies have outplayed the Eagles here. Carson with it. Looking for some help. Gets it in the form of Vegas, but kicks it out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Bishop Carroll. And Carson steals it. Nice play by the youngster. And now here's a potential breakaway, but Gomez is all over it and takes the ball away. Great job by the defender for the Grizzlies. Ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Bishop Carroll. Sam Mueller heads it back. Out of play. They'll do it again. And this time Andrew Fisher clears it towards center. Caleb Blaine can't control it. Carroll has it again. They've got something going here. And now Morales brings it out to center. Dishes it wide to Solis, who sends it all the way over to Fincham. 4-man attack now for the Grizzlies. And the ball turns back over to Carroll. This one goes all the way back to Acosta. Brings it out here to the near side. This one deep. Fisher has it. He's going to kick it into the bleachers on the far side. Be a throw in for Bishop Carroll as we approach 2 minutes remaining. Well, here's the... I think I'll wait on that. Now we have a whistle and a foul. Here's the deal for halftime. I've invited 2 people as halftime guests in the hope that one of them shows up. And they are Tyler Frazier, the athletic director, and Father Andrew Bergkamp, who's their assistant chaplain, and a former student here at Bishop Carroll. He's also an alum. So between the two of them, we're hoping that one of them makes an appearance and joins the party here at halftime. But in true anticipation of neither of them coming, I haven't gotten the other mic out. Fisher, nice job to head that one out of danger. Grizzlies couldn't control, goes out of play, and it will be a throw in for Bishop Carroll with 1 minute remaining. There's a long one over everything, and it will be a goal kick for Northwest. This goal kick brought to you by the Brass Tap Room at Side Pockets, 600 South Tyler Road at Kellogg, a spacious pool hall and sports bar featuring big screen TVs, and a variety of pub fare. The Brass Room at Side Pockets, the corner of Tyler and Kellogg. Kike with it at the 25, trying to work it deep, has his pocket picked. Here comes Carroll back with one last rush. And Andrew Fisher's there to break that up. Guess what, folks? We're going to be scoreless at halftime. Good play by the goalkeeper, and that'll do it. We are at halftime. Bear with me here for just a moment for some... Okay, change it to the second half and put 10 minutes on the clock and run it, because that's what he's doing. And that way everybody at home will know that how much time is left in halftime. So when he starts it, you start it. We're going to start the halftime clock here. You can notice we have a little instruction here. This is an extension of the classroom for these kids, and they are doing a wonderful job. And it's running. Okay, let's take a quick 30-second timeout, and we'll be back with our halftime extravaganza. We're going to run a spot. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies. You need to remove that. Boys soccer.
Hey, man, you got out for football?
Band class still needs you, man. Kansas students have choices to do or not to do. The Kansas State High School Activities Association urges everyone to participate, because when activities stop, nobody wins.
I really am. What was that? Stay. All right. Back at halftime at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium with executive producers Sanaya Dixon and Josh Preston. I'm Kevin Arkin. Scoreless contest here at halftime. And we have been eagerly anticipating the arrival of our halftime guest. And knowing how this works, neither one of them is coming. So we won't have a halftime guest.
Both teams will head to the City League Championship October 19th. Bishop Carroll will again host 5A 3A Regional Championships October 26th.
To tell you a little bit about our upcoming schedule, and I'm actually flipping to that page here as we speak. I told you this is the only game of the week here. This week we have Thursday night off. Then we have 3 games left in the regular season, and we're planning to webcast all 3 of them right now. At least that is the plan. We're hoping to anyway. We have next Tuesday is the big one, our annual doubleheader where we're going to do JV and varsity both. We're traveling to Manhattan, Kansas to take on the Indians. The JV contest will begin at 4:15 next Tuesday afternoon with the pregame show with head coach Austin Clifton, and that'll be followed by the the JV contest, and then immediately at the conclusion of that contest, we'll go straight to the varsity pregame show with head coach Bobby Brubieska, and then the varsity contest. It is all one program on the internet. You only need to find the link one time. You can find that link. Pardon me. You can find that link on the Grizzly webcast page. Just search for @Northwest Grizzly Webcast, or go to nwhsgrizz.com. That's nwhsgrizz.com. We're putting all of the links on that page as well. After the Manhattan contest, we'll be home for the last 2 games of the regular season. It's been a weird schedule. We played 6 games before we had our home opener. And then we're back loaded here with 2 home games at the end. On the 17th, which is a Tuesday, like I said, on the 17th, which is next Thursday, we'll host Mays at Northwest with a varsity contest at 7 o'clock, pregame show scheduled for 6:45. And then on Thursday, I just did this wrong. Let me do this again. Thursday the 17th, we have Mays. I think I said that. Then Tuesday, the 22nd, we host East High in our final league contest of the year. And then that's it for the regular season. The following, that Saturday, the seedings will be determined for the playoffs. And we already know that there's no chance of Northwest getting a home game in the playoffs. So we will travel somewhere for the playoffs, and we're hoping to webcast the playoffs in their entirety for as long as Northwest lasts on the World Wide Web for you. So we'll take it one game at a time. Again, next Tuesday, doubleheader from Manhattan. We'll see you on here at 4:15 on Thursday afternoon. If you're still at work, turn on your computer, put a spreadsheet up, then minimize it, and you can watch the game. And if the boss comes in, you can put the spreadsheet back up. Okay. So that's all with that. The other thing I want to mention here at halftime is the Northwest, the Eric Prophet number 19 Memorial Golf Tournament, which this summer is going to be held on July the 13th. I want you to look for a major announcement about that tournament. I'm not ready to divulge it yet, but as soon as we have finalized the major announcement, we're going to bring it to you. We'll put it on the website as well. Look for a major announcement about the golf tournament. We need people to play. We need people to donate prizes. and we need people to sponsor holes, and we're already starting that process. If you are able to help do that in any manner, shape, or form, please take my phone number down, 734-0057. 734-0057 is my phone number. Give me a call, and let's talk about it. Happy to visit with you about it. Benefits of sponsoring a hole or being a major sponsor in the golf tournament: you get recognition on the webcast, as you've heard throughout this webcast. The people I've recognized are all people who have sponsored our golf tournament this past summer. And you also get Grizzlytron recognition at all the home games, both the boys and the girls season. So lots of love is coming your way as a thank you for sponsoring it. And also, when the ball goes out of play at home, someone is a sponsor. A sponsor is recognized during the out-of-bounds portion of the play. So, again, my phone number is 734-0057. Give me a call. I'd love to talk to you about helping us out with this year's golf tournament. We're going to take one more time out here and then come back for the second half. So stay with us wherever you are. We'll be back with more. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Good for you. Back at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium, just visiting with the executive producers here. Okay. Both of them contemplating their tremendous positions of power here in our webcast tonight. Grizzlies are making their way back to the bench. We're about a minute away from the second half kickoff. If you want, you can stop that and put 40 up. That way you'll be ready. Bishop Carroll hasn't returned yet from their halftime powwow. 10 minutes goes by in a hurry when you're the coach. And that's all they get for halftime. Also want to remind you that we're webcasting football this year. And the Grizzlies are 5-0. If you haven't seen them play either at home or on the webcast, all the links for the football webcasts are at nwhsgrizz.com. The same group of executive producers, but more of them, are putting those games together as well. And we are at home Friday night against Garden City. Tomorrow, Friday night, we play Garden City at Northwest. That game will be streamed live beginning at 6:45 with the pregame show. And again, that link is at nwhsgrizz.com. We invite you to, first of all, if you're in the local area, come out and see the Grizzlies play. There's something to watch. And if you're not able to come out live, or if you want to see it again, you can pick up that podcast link. The podcast link and the game link are the same, and they're at nwhsgrizz.com. And while you are there, we ask you to please subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers because the media class gets financial benefit from YouTube if we reach that subscription goal. It costs you nothing to subscribe except 2 clicks from your mouse. So please subscribe when you go to nwhsgrizz.com. Grizzlies will play from left to right here in the second half. Klaus Kolmai holding the ball. as we await the arrival of the Golden Eagles in their green and yellow striped shirts and their numerals, which are impossible to read even with binoculars because they're the wrong color. Bishop Carroll will kick off here in the second half. And we're ready to go. And away we go. And a quick, long kick deep into Northwest territory goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Grizzlies. Andrew Fisher will take it. Now that he's on the near side, you get a better look at young Mr. Fisher. Jack Fincham still in the game for the Grizzlies, along with William Gomez, Kike Morales, Sam Mueller, Vegas Guevara, Ernesto Ortiz, Carson Arndt, Zane Visker, and Tony Solis. And I think I got them all, and of course the goalkeeper is Chris Cooper. And there's an offside. I was waiting. That guy delayed on the flag, but there was no question that was an offside. It'll be a free kick for Northwest. Just underway in the second half of a scoreless game. If you just tuned it in, you missed a great first half. Go back and watch it when the podcast goes up, and the podcast will go up approximately 10 minutes after the conclusion of the game. The podcast will be ready to go. Andy Acosta is the goalkeeper for Bishop Carroll. He punts it, a short punt. Of course, Northwest has the wind at their back in this half. There isn't a lot of it, but what little there is at the back of the Grizzlies here. Gomez sends it up to Kike. Kike leaves it for Jack Fincham. Jack back to Gomez. All the way across now to Sam at center. Sam sends one forward. Carson Arndt was there, but the ball couldn't get to him. Would have been 1-on-5 anyway for Carson, but it would have been a chance. Gomez sends it again to Carson Arndt, but it's intercepted by Carroll. A defensive game here tonight. Actually, the one at Northwest 2 weeks ago was a defensive match as well. Final was 2-1 in that one. And I know Carson had one of the goals. I don't know if he had them both or not. Don't recall. Something tells me he did not have the other. And I can't remember who did. Here's an opportunity for Ibarra. And Jack Fincham punches it away from him over the goal line. It will be a corner kick for Carroll, but still a nice play by Fincham on defense. Still can't read the numbers even on this side. It's going to tell you who's taking it, and I have no idea. There's a chance. Loose ball in front, cleared away. Carroll still has it, centering it. Grizzlies can't clear it. At the 30, Carroll gets it back. They're in business again. Throw in for Carroll. Headed right back out, and a foul over the back. It'll be a free kick for Carroll instead of a throw in this time. Kick will be taken from the 8-yard line on the football field on the near side. Moving the Grizzlies back by a couple of yards. On the ground, in the air, and over the goal line, it'll be a corner kick as Klaus signals it. Do you know who? Can you see who that is taking the corner kick? Michael Libera Silva taking the corner kick, according to our executive producer, Sanaya. Well, we have a foul called and a shot, and that's going to. I think the whistle had blown before that second shot, as Klaus is going over, and I think he's calling a penalty. Yep, stop the clock. We have a penalty kick coming. Foul in the penalty area for tripping, I believe. Chris Cooper's going to have to face a corner kick, penalty kick, and I'd love to tell you who's taking it. We'll find out. Shot and a score. So the Schneider is broken. It's 1-0 Carroll on the penalty kick.
Goal for Bishop Carroll on the penalty kick, number 18, Isaac Eisman.
Isaac Eisman was the one who gets the goal, unassisted on a penalty kick. And it's 1-0 Carroll. Grizzlies will need to come back here. Very unfortunate. They played such great defense, and then to have a foul in the penalty area and a penalty kick called against them. Now we have another stoppage of the clock, and somebody's getting something. Klaus is going to talk to his assistant AR. He's wanting time on the clock, I think. $35-11 he wants on the clock. I'm going to tell him. 35-11. Larry Tostert had the windows closed and couldn't hear it. Now we're ready to go. And they throw it in, and we're back underway. Carroll with it, near midfield. They will change their game to a more of a ball control game now that they've got the lead. Carroll getting some build-up going. Here's a chance. A shot and a save by Cooper. Nice job by Cooper on that one. And, of course, on the PK, you guess, and if you guess wrong, it doesn't matter. He guessed wrong. So, I've never been a big fan of the PK, one of the rules of soccer I don't like. This one goes out of play on the far side, and we have a substitute coming in for Northwest. Vegas Guevara coming back in. And who's going out? You see who's going out. Solis is taking a seat on the bench. Kike goes down. There's a foul. It'll be a free kick for Northwest. Grizzlies trail 1-0 on a goal scored in the 55th minute by Isaac Eisman on a penalty kick. And Acosta has it. He'll have a goalkeeper distribution for Bishop Carroll. Here's a chance for Carroll. They got a break going, and a nice job by Gomez to clear that ball out of danger, as Bishop Carroll had a man streaking down the middle. Carroll still with it. Well, there's some nice play there. And an own goal scored by Gomez. Trying to block the pass, he accidentally punched it in. 2-0. So now the Eisman's given credit for the goal, but the way we see it and the way we're calling it is that it's an own goal. Unfortunate for the Grizzlies. So they've had two bad breaks in the last 3 minutes here. And all of a sudden, Bobby's on his feet on the far side of the field. And getting ready to come back. McMeekin to Ernesto. Ernesto all the way to the far side. Kike. Fincham centering one. Here's Carson with a chance. And he couldn't get the shot off. Closest thing we've had to a point-blank shot in this match. But he couldn't get the shot away. McMeekin on the far side. Gomez loses it. Sam has it. Looking to get some help. And sends it up. Stay inbounds ball, and it rolls out of play because of the crown of the field, and it will be a throw in for Carroll. Here's a chance for the Eagles. Shot coming. And it's cleared away instead by Fisher. Nice job for Andrew to get it out. Carroll maintains possession, though. And finally, Kike kicks it out of play. It'll be a throw in for Northwest as he kicked it off of a forward for Carroll. Popped up, and now foul called by Klaus. Pardon me. A foul called by Klaus, and it will be a free kick for Northwest. I believe, yep. 29:30 remaining here in the second half. Grizzlies down by a pair. Game was scoreless at halftime. Vegas out there working hard, so is Visker. And a foul called on Vegas. It'll be a free kick for Bishop Carroll. Carroll bringing 3 guys against 5, loses it. Here comes Northwest back with it. Now Carroll gets it back with 4 guys deep, 2 guys supporting. And now a foul called. It'll be a free kick for Northwest, and Zane Visker had the ball on his foot with nobody near him. Klaus didn't see it. Either way, it's Northwest ball. Sam Mueller to take the free kick for Northwest. Gets a long one down there for Carson. And Acosta corrals it for Bishop Carroll, and he'll have a goalkeeper distribution. In the air it goes. McMeekin giving a lot of pressure over there. Nice job. Fincham lost his man for a moment. Here's a chance for Carroll. They've got some numbers now. And this one goes all the way back to Chris Cooper. He'll pick it up and have a goalkeeper distribution. Well, Grizzlies have it over there. They just haven't been able to do much with it. It goes out of play. It'll be a Northwest throw-in. And now Visker sees one go past him. Bishop Carroll will control it. A lot of room in the middle that time for the Eagles to bring it up. On the near side now, Carroll working it forward. Here's a chance, a shot, and he's offside. Didn't matter. It'll be a free kick for the Grizzlies. Working it forward. Boy, the Carroll's passing the last few minutes has been outstanding. There's a shot and a score. I said it, and it was a good pass to get the score. Makes it 3-0. Waiting on the announcement.
Goal for Bishop Carroll by number 11, Chase Glasscock.
Glasscock gets the goal. It's an unassisted goal for Glasscock. It makes it 3-0. 25-25 remaining in the second half. And now the Grizzlies are in a huge hole. Can't argue with that goal. That was nice, and it was set up by all the good passing of the Eagles during the previous several minutes. And I just commented about that when Glasscock scored. Made me look good, but here's a corner kick coming now for Northwest. Sam Mueller going to take it. He does the short one, Give and go back to Mueller. Crossing pass. Tried to get it on the far side to Visker, but it was intercepted. Now Acosta goes down in a heap. He gets up and he'll have a goalkeeper distribution. So the Grizzlies' chance goes to waste. Carroll at midfield. Now into Grizzly territory, and Andrew Fisher pushes off his man. The ball goes out of play. It'll belong to Northwest. Foul called. It'll belong to the Grizzlies. Kike will take it, gives it to Sam. And back to Morales. Andrew to Gomez. Sam heads it forward. Green shirts get it, and here they come back 4-on-5. There's a chance, and what a tackle that time by Gomez. Grizzlies have made some good plays in this game. We have a substitution coming in for Bishop Carroll. .22? Blake Rump, the sophomore defender, coming in for Bishop Carroll, and he handled the throw-in. Wonder if he's any relation to Gene Rump, who was the anchor at Channel 10 for all those years in the 70s and 80s, mainly in the 80s. We have a free, what do we have, a throw-in? We have a throw-in coming for Carroll. Intercepted by Northwest. Come on, guys, let's get something started here. We're not keeping stats up here. We didn't put our executive producers through that much pressure, but I don't think we've got a shot on goal in the game tonight. Grizzlies trying to mount some offense here. Here's a chance on the far side, and a weak touch that time by Carson Ard. He couldn't get much of a foot on it. Now we have what do we have, a foul? Yeah, we had a foul called on, we had an offside called on Northwest. Into Grizzly territory come the Eagles. Fisher sends it right back out to midfield. Carroll controlling. Fisher gets ahead on it, but it lands at the foot of a green shirt. Grizzlies will have a throw in now on the far side of the field. Sam takes it. Gives it to Fincham. Where's that? Vegas. That's Vegas over there, excuse me. Here's a chance for Carson if he can get to it. Costa gets there first, and it will be a goalkeeper distribution. The Eagles have 6 seniors on their squad compared to only 3 for us. I think it's 3 for us. 1, 2, 4 for us. We have a goal kick coming here for Northwest. This goal kick brought to you by the Goal for Goal Soccer Camps, the premier youth soccer camp in South Central Kansas. Pardon me. Go to goalforgoal.com for more information on enrolling your soccer player this summer. Visker can't get to it. Goes to Carroll, and here they come again. And this one goes all the way back to Cooper. Carroll now content with a big lead to send 6 men in on offense. Take a few more chances. We need to make them pay for that. Here comes Carson. 20 out of bounds. It'll be they gave it to Bishop Carroll. Andrew sending it in for Carson. Andrew's played a good game tonight. Carson can't get around the 2 defenders. It goes out of play. It will stay with Northwest. Subbing in for the Grizzlies for the first time tonight is number 11, Misael Rivas. Jack Fincham will take a seat on the bench as Rivas comes in. 17:30 to go in the contest, barring a tie. Carroll is doing a great job of passing. This time it goes to Northwest. This one stays in and gets popped back by the Eagles, and here's a chance for Bishop Carroll. Streaking down the near side, but cleared out there by Andrew Fisher. Back out to center. Carroll will regroup and do it again. Carroll will sub in a couple players here. We'll let him do that. I guess they won't do that because it's not their ball. It's Northwest ball. Rivas will throw it in. Gets it into Visker. Back to Rivas. Up the near side. Carson with it. Nice job to get around the defender. Defender picks his pocket. Fisher sends it back up. And Carroll comes away with it again at midfield. This one goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Eagles, and now they will sub in their 2 players. Adrian Abera Soto and Hudson Lee come in for Bishop Carroll. We thank our executive producer for Sanaya for using her young eyes to see all that. Ball thrown in, headed right back out by Rivas. Will do it again. Blake Rumpel thrown in twice. He does. Is he going to do it the third time because it's out of play again? And sure enough, Mr. Rump is headed for the sideline, and he will do it again. And they've moved back about 10 yards each time. Throws it out to the 30. Rump gets it back. They'll bring it out to midfield and regroup. Lee sends it forward. And the ball goes out of play. Vegas will throw it in over there at the 25-yard line. Well, what do we have here? I guess he won't. He just subbed out. Tony Solis come back in. 15 would be Ortiz. Ernesto comes back in for the Grizzlies. Time beginning to be a factor here as we're approaching 13 minutes remaining. Rivas traps it. Can't control it. Ball goes out of bounds. It belongs to the Grizzlies. 2 balls headed for Rivas at the same time. He throws it into McMeekin. Andrew. Back to Visker. Carroll sends it in deep. It'll go out of play, and it'll be a throw-in. And it comes to Kike. Now Rivas will send it to Visker. And a foul on Carroll. It'll be a free kick for the Grizzlies. It's taken. And rushing down there is Ortiz. Fisher in the mix. He goes down in a heap. No call. Rivas with it. Sends it up in the direction of Carson Arndt. Kike ends up with it at the 35. And he goes down, no call. He's slow to get up, but I think he's just tired. Visker to Solis, and a foul. It'll belong to Carroll. On the far side, Carroll with the numbers now. Shot over the top of everything, and it will be a goal kick. No, it's a corner kick. Evidently, Cooper touched it. It's a corner kick for Carroll. This is dangerous. In the air it goes, headed toward Cooper. Off the... Oh, that went in. Oh my gosh, I thought that was off the side of the net. It's a score for Carroll to make it 4-0. Wow, they had me going. I thought that had missed. Tyler Griffin gets the goal. 4-0 the score, 10:30 to go. And I would be willing to say that the issue is now decided. Just a matter of what the final score will be. All 4 goals for Bishop Carroll in this half. That one off of Fisher. It'll be a throw in for Carroll. Now it'll be a throw in for Northwest. Come on, boys. Let's get something started here. Rivas throws it in toward Ernesto, but it's intercepted. Visker giving chase. Nice hustle by Zane Visker. And here we go, another offside on the part of Bishop Carroll. It'll be a free kick for Northwest at about the 35-yard line. A long one, trying to get it to Carson. Goes out of play. It'll be a throw in on the near side for Northwest. Haven't done it yet, and I'm going to do it only because I'm thinking of it. I want to thank our host tonight, the athletic director here at Bishop Carroll, Mr. Tyler Frazier, for his hospitality and providing us a place to work tonight. Always a pleasure to work with that young man. I'm sorry he didn't make it up here at halftime. But thank you, Mr. Frazier, for your hospitality again this evening. Throw in comes from Carroll, and Tony Solis intercepts it. Nice job. Sends it up to Kike. Kike can't split 2 defenders. Here comes BC back with it. And there's a trip on Morales. It'll be a free kick for Bishop Carroll. Tell me who that is on the sideline. Is that 27? Grizzlies are going to make a goalkeeping change here next time they have a sub. Yusef Garby getting ready to come in for Northwest. Cooper's played a good game and had some very bad luck in the second half. That one goes out of play. Who does it belong to? It belongs to Carroll. And the throw in goes deep. Gomez punches it out. Now Gomez gets it again and kicks it out on the near side, where it'll be a throw in for Bishop Carroll. In it comes. At the 30, a long one deep. Sam Mueller gets ahead on it, taking advantage of his height. Visker toward Ortiz, unable to connect. Grizzlies played much better in the first half, much more organized in the first half than they've been in the second stanza. Here's Bishop Carroll. Fisher back there playing defense. So is Rivas. And Fisher clears it out to Kike. Kike can't control it. Here's an opportunity now for Bishop Carroll. McMeekin giving chase, putting some pressure on. So is Morales. He's just everywhere. Morales has been all over the place tonight. He's going to bring it up himself. And he loses it at the 15. A whistle blows. It will be a free kick for Northwest, and I think that Morales is just out of gas. He is down. But I think he's just the tank is empty. He does get up, and they're not going to take him out. They never stop time, so we're okay there. He can stay. It's a free kick. Here it comes. A long blast. Score! Carson Arndt unassisted on the free kick, and it's 4-1.
Goal for Northwest, number 14. Right kick for Carson Arndt.
5 minutes to go here in the second half. The Grizzlies do get the Schneider off the board by way of Carson Arndt. And Yusef Garby is now in goal for the Grizzlies, substituting after the goal was scored. Good night's work for Chris Cooper. Again, he deserved a better fate than he got, I think. Carroll, deep. This one kicked over the goal line. It'll be a corner kick for the Golden Eagles. Love to tell you who's taking it, but we'll never be able to see the number from here. In fact, I think if he was in the press box, we couldn't see the number. This one goes over the goal line for a goal kick for Northwest. This goal kick brought to you by the Implant and Perio Center of Kansas, where a beautiful smile always begins. They're located at 9100 East 29th Street North, the Implant and Perio Center of Kansas. Back underway. And Garby kicks it out of play. It'll be a throw in for Bishop Carroll. 4 minutes exactly remaining here in the second half. This long one's going to go over the goal line for a goal kick for the Grizzlies. Sam Mueller back there to take it quickly. Out it comes. Fisher will throw it in. Ortiz with it. Haven't called his number much tonight at all. Of course, he's coming back off an injury. So I would dare say he's not 100%. Carroll bringing it back downfield. Ernesto can't control it. Long shot goes wide right. It'll be a goal kick for Northwest. This goal kick brought to you by Highland Roofing, 3835 North Hillcrest in Bel Air, Wichita's re-roofing and remodeling experts. Highland Roofing. Solis over there gets it forward. Bishop Carroll comes away with it, however. Here's one. Garby gets in there, and he can't touch it because it was passed to him by his own player. Solis back there harassing, adding pressure. There's a header. Oh, I thought that might have gone in, but it was wide to the left and goes over the goal, over the sideline. It'll be a throw in, for Northwest with 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining in the contest. Carroll again with something cooking. This one goes wide to the right. It'll be another goal kick for Northwest. Out to center it comes. Carroll back there to take control again. And they may be content here just to pass it around and kill the clock. We're inside a minute to go. This one's headed out. It'll be a throw in for the Eagles. And now they go deep again. They're maybe not done yet. This one kicked out of play. It'll be they're calling it a goal kick for Northwest. And there will be virtually no time left when this one gets taken. In the air it comes, out to center. 5 seconds to go. Count it down. 3, 2, 1, and we're done. We are final score tonight from Bishop Carroll Family Stadium. Bishop Carroll 4 and Northwest 1. We're going to take one last 30-second timeout, and then we'll be back to quickly wrap this up. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer.
This portion of today's webcast is brought to you in part by the following Grizzly supporters: Chris and Jan Shoemaker, the Glenn and Camille Nyberg family, the Joe and Judy Coughlin family, the Tom and Carla Lassiter family, the Bob and Lynn Profit family, Danny and Stacy Higgins of Gecko Painting Incorporated of Olathe, Kansas, Jenny Wiley, and by Kevin and Donna Arkin.
With our executive producers, Sanaya Dixon and Josh Preston, Kevin Arkin with you at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium, where tonight the Grizzlies fall 4-1 to the Golden Eagles. Our next contest is next Tuesday. It's also our next webcast. And again, it's the doubleheader day in Manhattan. We'll be on the air at 4:15 with the JV pregame show, followed by the JV match, and then the varsity match immediately following. Join us on the web for all the action. And until then, we'll thank you all for joining us here tonight. And from all of us up here in the press box, we wish you a pleasant good evening. Okay, now to close it, click on live. Stop streaming, confirm.